Classic League Podcast time! Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 348 of the Classic League Podcast. My name is Scott. I'm here doing my terrible Batman impression. My co-host is Kevin, who's wearing a Batman mask tonight. How you doing, Kevin?
I am the knight.
Yes. I went and saw Dune in the theater last night, and the Batman trailer, the Robert Pattinson one, was an excellent trailer. I'm super pumped to watch that movie.
It looks good.
After I saw him in Tenet, I was like, okay, I'm over him being in Twilight. Like, I legitimately think he's a good actor. I'm over... I don't know.
I could always do a new Batman. I'm always happy for it. Have you ever heard my Bane? Batman. Like that?
How could I not have? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like
I'm pretty sure I've done it before, but it's always like, Batman, you think you can make him fool of me? Like, I hated that movie because of that. Because I watched it.
I liked it. I liked that Bane. I liked that voice.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was dumb. I watched the movie when the audio was still kind of off. Do you remember when that they released and the audio was like lower? On the plane scene, especially, it was like, I'm like, I don't know, no idea what you're saying. I'm like, I heard that. I heard Batman. It was Halloween, so I will be dressing my Batman like I did last year because it's been one more year. Gonna celebrate. I've been here for a year on the Classic League Podcast.
No, you've been longer than a year.
Well, I mean, 3 weeks ago would have been a year, but we've been on a hiatus because somebody's busy with their life.
I have been busy. It sucks. Well, good busy. I am starting a new job in a month, so I'm super excited about my day job.
Yeah, boy.
It should be better, just better. I am really, really excited about it. And the brewery just hit a year. See, I just don't believe that. You started the podcast. Are you sure you haven't been here for 2 years? That makes more sense.
Can't be 2 years.
I think it's been 2 years. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yes.
No.
Because you podcasted with me before I started the brewery. For sure.
No, it was 2 years?
That makes way more sense to me. I think that was like episode 300 and something. Or like 290s.
I don't remember.
When you started, and we've missed a lot of episodes, and we're on, if we would have went every week, we would have been at a year. I think it's been 2 years, man.
Oh my god.
That makes more sense to me.
You can slowly watch me age in front of you.
Yes. Well, imagine me, man. I've been doing this since... I remember thinking, man, Tony's fucking old. He's in his 30s. I just turned 39. So... but yeah, this is a video game podcast. Kevin and I have been on a hiatus. My schedule has been dog shit, but working 2 full-time jobs or trying to get a business going and...
Yeah,
working a day job, but we had our 1 year anniversary. It was a big Halloween bash, which was awesome. It was just a lot of fun. So, doing some neat things and
still waiting for my beer. Oh, speaking of which,
no, I can't have any beer with you. I'm fasting. I have to get blood work done tomorrow because I'm an old fuck.
Cheers for you. This is called a Clark is in session, and there's a picture of a pig.
I'm gonna guess it's a session IPA.
Yes, it is.
Your palate will get used to it. It'll start tasting.
I like it. I got used to it after the second one.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about video games and any other entertainment stuff that we have been up to. But yeah, Kevin, you're gonna. Sounds like your living space is going to change here nicely for you.
Yeah, I should be getting a house soon, not buying. Come on, stupid. I work downtown Toronto. Not you, stupid. The listener, not the listener. You know what I mean? Yeah. I live downtown Toronto. I'm never going to buy a house. But I'm going to eventually, next couple months, hopefully, have the whole house to be rented for us. And that'd be great. Yeah. I don't have to move again.
Very cool. I have done some slight house upgrade. Or I've got plans for some slight house upgrades here as well. So, yeah, all in all, things are good.
I'm going to be like Dustin soon. The background will actually have my shit.
That's going to, yes,
happy.
Finally.
My games, my DVDs, everything. So
I know. I got to get a hold of him. I haven't chatted with Dustin in a while. I'm sure he's doing good. He tends to be doing good in life.
Yeah.
So
Good for him.
I know, man. I always admire that guy.
Bastard.
Hey, I admire you too. Just different reasons.
You admire my costume.
Well, that's something. Although he would do those scary masks every now and again. He was a big Halloween guy. So
for Halloween this year, I put the black makeup on my eyes because I know how stupid it looks when you see like the flesh color in the holes.
Yeah.
So I put the black makeup, and it was so thick that I couldn't open my eye. I was like every time I blink, it like be stuck together.
I busted out my Billy Mays. I think I've talked about doing that before. I make an unbelievable Billy Mays.
Yeah.
I even put we have some chalk paint for out in front of the brewery to write like stuff on the signs or whatever. So I put like white stuff on my nose to.
Oh, nice.
And a lot of people are like, hey, you got something on your nose. I'm like, well, Billy Mays died of a cocaine overdose, and they're like, oh,
did he really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how he died. So
wow.
That's how he had the. I look too much like him. It sucks, but it's a fucking monster hit at Halloween. So, but yeah, I guess it's time to talk about video game stuff. But I guess before we do that, have you been watching any movies, any TV shows that have been getting your attention?
I got rid of cable.
Oh, cool.
And got illegal cable, like the IPTV stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Like an Android box and all that, because I just want one channel, and it's my local news station. And I'm like, I don't want to pay $100 for that. Anyway, so I got rid of cable, but I figured I have Discovery Plus now in Canada. That's why I got rid of cable, because I only had it for 90 Day Fiance, really. So now I can watch it whenever I want. But I haven't really. I mean, we watched Fear Street over the Halloween sessions.
I haven't listened to any 90 Day Gays in a while, but they got me to watch that Pig Royalty. Dude, did you watch that show?
Of course, with Nugget.
Dude, it's such a good show. I
wrote on Twitter. Sorry, go ahead.
You'll have to give me a heads up when another season comes out. But you see you follow Nugget on Twitter?
No. I wrote on Twitter like the first episode of Pig Royalty. I'm like, what is this? Like, how you judge a pig? Like, this makes no sense. I'm like, by the third episode, I'm like, what do you mean he lost? The pig was right. Yeah,
he was looking right at the judge.
I knew the rules and everything by the third episode. It's a dumb show. Go watch it.
It is a dumb show, but it's good. It's a well edited reality show.
Yeah. It's kind of like Tiger King in that like that realm of like ridiculous reality involving.
It is,
animals.
yeah, a little bit.
I haven't watched anything else, but I have a problem with the McDonald's app. Before I forget.
Okay.
But before I go there, have you watched anything? New shows, movies?
I have, but let's sit with McDonald's. I've got two things I'm going to talk about. I won't forget.
Okay. So I got the McDonald's app because we were going to my buddy's cabin in the woods.
They used to have good deals on that, though.
But the McDonald's app, I thought, okay, so what time does breakfast end in America?
10:30 in the weekdays and like 11 on the weekends or something.
Yeah, so here it's 11 on a weekday, or maybe it's 10:30. No, it's 11. I made sure to make sure of that. So I placed the order on my McDonald's app for a breakfast burrito because I love the breakfast burrito with the salsa and all that. Delicious. Oh, yeah. With the hash brown.
Tasty.
Right?
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that. And I haven't had one in a while. So I placed the order for my whole family because we're in a rush. And I'm like, I'll order it now. By the time I get there 11, I can get it. So I'm driving. I'm just like, just thinking about that breakfast burrito and just that salsa. And my wife feeding me while I drive. It's amazing. And I get there and I go, hey, I'm waiting for my breakfast burrito. And they're like, oh, we don't have an order. And they're like, oh, is it Kevin? I'm like, yeah, that's me. Right on. They're like, oh, yeah, it was canceled. I'm like, what do you mean it was canceled? Bye. I was like, what do you mean it's canceled? They're like, yeah, it's canceled because it's after 11. I'm like, oh, no. But you see, I placed the order before 11 at 10:30. And they're like, yeah, but the order only gets processed when you're in the proximity of the building.
That is true.
Which begs my question as to what's the point? If I'm in the proximity of the building, I'll just go and get the order from the drive-thru or in the building.
You don't have to talk to somebody.
Yeah, but I can do both.
I've pulled into the drive-thru line and busted out the app and placed the order then.
But that's fine too, but
you don't have to...
that's the only reason to do that.
Kevin, I'm going to side with McDonald's on this one, man.
I almost pulled a Karen. I was like, this is ridiculous. No, I wanted that breakfast burrito so badly.
That sucks.
I was like, I want to speak to someone and make this happen, right? Because I want my breakfast burrito. I rushed out of the house for this. The manager comes out, and I'm not even.
Oh no, you really did ask to speak to somebody.
I wanted a breakfast burrito. How hard is it to put a burrito together?
A lot, man. They have to change over all their nonsense. Like,
so that's what they're saying. So they're like, what we can do is offer you a free like combo. I'm like, I don't need this. I'm like, yeah, I'll take combo 3. I didn't take it for free because I'm like, I'm better than this.
Sure.
And then Scott, oh my god, I'm so angry. Okay, so I'm already pissed off about the breakfast burrito situation. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's my bad. I didn't know about the stupid rule of this proximity thing.
It is not obvious. They should give you a warning like, hey, hurry. You're in danger of not getting your order.
Use the app if you're not at McDonald's to use the app. It's stupid. It's so stupid. Anyways.
That's fair.
So when I go to Starbucks, I don't have to be in proximity. I just order it and it's ready. Or when I go to Uber, I don't have to be in proximity. I just pick it up. Anyways. I was like, fine. We'll go with just a regular bacon cheese McMuffin. Whatever. I don't care. I'm pissed off. Just give me my food. I'm hungry. And then they gave me a bag. And I'm like, can I get a hash brown? And they're like, no. We don't make hash browns after 11.
You should have known that.
I ordered before 11. At least give me a freaking hash brown. They gave me fries. I'm like, what is the point of this? So I said, no. I'm never coming back here again. Okay? I know. I was super pissed and super bitchy.
You lied to them too.
No, here's the part that sucks even more. That McDonald's closed down forever.
Oh.
It's like shut down because the place is located. They shut down the mall. That McDonald's has been there since I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
So of course I lied to them. I was going to be back there next week, but I went there again next week and it's all boarded up. And I'm like, did I do this? I'm sorry. Oh, I'll never. I literally will never go to that McDonald's again now. So sorry. So that's my McDonald's story. Go ahead. Yeah. What movies have you watched?
I think I mentioned I watched Dune. I never read the book, and I've never played the video games, and I never saw the 1980s
it is based on a game
movie.
I was like, oh, it's like the game named Dune, but I don't know what Dune is.
It's like
I keep thinking people saying Doom.
It's like some people consider the greatest sci-fi story ever written. It's like a
really
sci-fi thing, yeah. It has themes about humanity and Earth's dependence on oil, but it's not oil in the book and that kind of stuff. This is like my favorite director. I've gushed about Alex Garland and Denis Villeneuve before. This has a lot of actors that I love in Alex Garland movies, and they're in this Denis Villeneuve movie. It's slow. It's well acted. Hans Zimmer did an amazing score. It's not for everybody. You ever have something that you love, but you're like, I'm not like going to be out there recommending you to people?
Mm-hmm.
That is totally one of those kind of movies for me. I watched it initially on HBO Max. It was one of those like, movie and home release on the same day.
Yeah.
I could not help it. So I watched it that Friday night it got released. Didn't have to work the brewery that night, so I stayed in, had some beers, and watched it. Loved it. Just that guy can do no wrong. This is the director of Blade Runner 2049 and Arrival and Sicario, other movies as well. And when I was done, I'm like, first of all, I'm buying this on Blu-ray. Second of all, I cannot wait to go to the theater. So I hate going to the movie theater to see movies.
Oh, really?
I hate it. But, certain exceptions. John Wick movies, I'm going to the theaters. Alex Garland movies, going to the theaters. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Went with a couple of my friends, one of my partners and his wife, and then our buddy Sasha, who's read the book. So I was really curious what she thought about it. And Eric just like slow plotting sci-fi stuff, so I knew he was going to like it. His wife, girlfriend, girl that he owns a house with and has a child with, I don't think they're legally married, but I think the state might say you're married. Yeah, by this time. I was shocked she came. I don't know if she liked it or not, but I was glad she came and hung out. We went and had like some beers before and drank whiskey and all that kind of stuff. So I was feeling good. God damn, I loved it even more. But when you had mentioned a second ago that like they changed Bane's voice, They totally changed some of the dialogue in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, okay.
From the HBO version I watched to the theatrical release. And the theatrical edit made a little bit more sense. Like, I had to like really think about. They explained something a little, just tweaked it a little bit, which made it a little bit more clear. Something that was kind of really important. Man, for people listening to this show, I will recommend Dune. But in my normal life, I'm not going to be out there recommending Dune. If you would like it's kind of like Mad Max meets Blade Runner 2049. It's just beautiful. Like I really love the cast. I don't know, highly recommend it. And then also related to sci-fi stuff, I did get a PS5, and it came with like 6 months of Apple Plus. Do you guys have Apple Plus in Canada?
I don't know.
It's
actually Paramount Plus or Peacock, whatever that is.
It's like the NBC thing. I needed it to watch some.
Peacock makes sense. Right.
I needed it to watch some Notre Dame football earlier this season. Which Notre Dame's having a pretty good year. It's been fun up and down. A little frustrating, but they're 7-1, so better than expected. But
high school, college football.
It doesn't make any sense to you. I get that. Yes, college football is the dumbest sport of all time. Okay, so you're correct in that. But it is the most fascinating, fun. The dumbest shit happens. It is absolutely amazing. So Apple Plus, I got it so I could finally try that Ted Lasso show. Have you heard?
Yeah, I heard good things about that. Yeah.
It's lived up to the hype. I heard it was amazing. I loved it. But they had this other show on there called Foundation, which, like, those complicated shows that like have a whole bunch of different plots going on.
Yeah.
This has some of the threads of the plot I just suck. They're just like, I don't want to watch this. But some of it's amazing to me. It's just high sci-fi kind of stuff. It's visually one of the neatest shows I've ever seen. I really love the look
What's it called?
It. Foundation.
No, I never heard of it.
I don't think anybody else is watching it but me. Because it used to be like front and center when you would load the app. And now I have to hunt for it, even though like I'm actively like watching it. Like it's still a pain in the ass for me to.
At the bottom,
like
Foundation.
Well played. It doesn't show up in my like continue watching either. Like so it's like
weird.
So that's why I think I'm the only one watching it. But I like it in a weird kind of way. It's not great, but on Sundays I'm like, oh, hey, there's a Foundation to watch. Like,
are there any ads in Apple TV?
No, I don't think so.
Because Discovery Plus has ads, because you can pay for like the ad or the premium one.
Yeah.
Which I think is a stupid concept anyways. But anyways.
Oh, really? I like that concept. And,
well, I mean, if I'm paying for your goddamn service, I don't want to see goddamn ads. That's the whole point.
I pay for the ad-free Hulu.
Yeah, we don't have Hulu either. See, I never understood that concept. Oh, well, ad-free means, you pay for that? Oh, yeah. Or else Hulu is free.
No, or it's cheap.
Oh, see, that's so stupid. America, you guys are crazy, man, and you guys are in control of all this. It just makes no sense. You can pay us to still show you commercials, or you can pay us more to not show you commercials. It's like I just don't want commercials.
Okay.
How about that,
Kevin? Time out. You paid for cable television, right?
I did.
Was there commercials on cable television?
Yes, there was.
Okay, I'm saying it's not that crazy of a concept.
No, it is, because commercials on cable television also have public networks and public channels that rely on commercials and whatnot, but these are streaming services that are packaged for you. Here's my problem with it. If I see another commercial in Discovery Plus about how great Discovery Plus is, I'm gonna blow my mind.
Dude, that's the problem with those streaming service commercials is they're awful. Like they show you the same ones over and over and over again. It's like
subscribe now.
Yes.
Discovery Plus. I'm like, I am. I did.
I just now noticed I've got your thing fucked up on my. Go, keep going.
Oh yeah, I hate that concept where it's showing me a commercial about like Discovery Plus. You can watch all these shows. I'm like, I know. I'm trying to. You're stopping me to tell me that you can. Stop that. Yeah, it sucks. I hate McDonald's app. I hate Discovery Plus. No, I like Discovery Plus because there's a lot of garbage that my wife likes. She likes garbage shows. Like Welcome to Plathville, terrible show.
Don't know it.
It's just I think nowadays as far as reality TV I can go. I won't watch anything else. But again, I also don't watch TV. Like Seinfeld's on Netflix, and I never watched Seinfeld before. I know.
I've never liked Seinfeld. I objectively just didn't care for it.
Yeah, when I was a kid, if a show was like real life, I'm like, ugh. Except Married with Children, because that was like a cartoon.
I loved Curb Your Enthusiasm though, so
I heard good things about that too.
That's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Really? Okay. It's like 10 seasons though, right?
Yeah, season, dude. It's just start from the beginning and just watch a season. You're not missing much. It's the same kind of thing. Every season, it is worth watching. I think it's pretty funny. I kind of.
Oh, and I got my. Sorry, go ahead. No, please, you first.
You got your what?
I was gonna say I got my. I got Hannah to watch Ghostbusters for the first time before I forget. On the weekend.
She's quite young for that.
There were a lot of parts I had to talk to her as something was happening, like when he was getting a blowjob.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah. But she didn't know. Like I didn't even notice that as a kid. What was happening?
I didn't either.
It was weird.
My mom took me to see 2 in the theater. She let me watch
had the headless heads at the beginning.
She let me watch that first one like unsupervised, and she just never sat down and watched it herself. There was a cartoon and toys. She thought nothing of it. And then she actually watched it and was like...
shows we had. It's like RoboCop.
I was going to say RoboCop, man.
It's fucked up.
What a great time.
But yeah, so she was kind of bored from it, and I was like, that's fair, because it's a lot of like talking and like scientific terms.
Sure.
But when the actual like ghost busting started happening, she was into it.
Cool.
And then she was like, is there a part 2? And I go, yeah, there is. And she's like, can we watch that? I'm like, yeah, we can. And she's like, how come there's only boy Ghostbusters? I'm like... well, there is one that has girls, and then I showed her the trailer, and she's like, "That's amazing! I gotta watch that next." And I was like, I mean, the trailer is a lot funnier.
She's young, so like she won't get how terrible it is, and so.
But it's funnier. Like I'll give her that. Like the trailer is funnier than the Ghostbusters movie.
But she's young enough that like she'll just like that there's girl Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
and then whatever.
And I was showing her the new trailer for the Ghostbusters Afterlife. And I was showing her this one. And I'm like, look, the Stay Puft's in it and whatever. And she goes, oh, no, she didn't say shit. I looked at it and it said November 19th. And I'm like, it's 2 days after my birthday. This movie was made for me.
Yes,
like, that's amazing.
I heard the I won't watch it. I heard the trailer is awesome. So I'm very excited to see it. It's really good.
I just saw it on TV. I was like, oh my God, a Ghostbusters like commercial on TV. It's amazing.
All right, let's talk about video games, man.
Yeah, video games.
All right. So what there are new games on Metacritic that you wanted to take a peek at?
So Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy came out for PS5 and PS4 and all that stuff. I don't like these Marvel games, which is sad to say. I tried playing that Avengers game, the Square Enix one.
Yeah. Isn't this like totally different? Like different company, different developers, all that stuff?
I don't know. Well, yeah, it's different. Sorry, yes, it is different company, different developers, but it just seems so. I don't know. Maybe
it's got good scores.
Maybe I'm not into Marvel games anymore, which is weird because I like Spider-Man. But I have what's that game called? Ultimate Alliance 3, and I'm trying, but I'm not feeling it. I'm just like it's kind of a bore. Just kind of repetitive and all that. Maybe this game will be different. Here's a game for you: NASCAR 21 Ignition.
Woo! Go left, turn left.
All right.
Well, that's what you do in NASCAR. I think NASCAR is stupid.
Like college football. Crisis Remastered Trilogy comes out for the Xbox One.
Shut your fucking mouth. I'll mute your ass.
Mario Party Superstars comes out on the Switch.
Cool.
Do you care about Mario Party Superstars?
No.
All right, then. And the big game that came out and I bought right away with my Nintendo Gold coins because those are going to burn. Okay, look, life is funny. So I had like $30 of gold coins that are going to expire soon.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was like, well, nothing's coming out. I bought Metroid Dread with my credit card has rewards. I had no idea. I had like 100,000 points in that thing. And I'm like, I'm going to buy a game with this. So I bought Metroid Dread for free. And I got Fatal Frame made in the Blackwater for the Switch. So I bought that for like $20. I used my gold coins on it, and I didn't know it was a Wii U game. Did you know it was a Wii U game? And what I'm upset about is my Wii U is modded. You see, my question to myself is why didn't I mod this game? own it without having to buy it. What the fuck, Scott? What the fuck?
That is a very Kevin move.
No, you know what's it? Well,
Yes,
I'll get
it
there.
is. Yes, it
So
is.
remember my gold coins, okay? 30 gold coins or $30 worth of gold coins. Remember that. That's very important for the next segment. Anyways, Fatal Frame, Made in the Blackwater, awesome game. I think I have become a man, not just a man, a Batman, because I'm wearing a costume. I was terrified of Fatal Frame. That was one of the scariest games ever for me. It's thinking about the first one scared the hell out of me. Ever play it? No, you're too scared, right? Right on. So I played all three, 1, 2, 3. I even played the 3DS one spare camera, which is weird because the anime chick's like floating in the middle of your ceiling when she should be on the floor, but the augmented reality is not that good. Anyways, so I was excited for a new Fatal Frame. And you know what?
What?
I love it. I love it so much. It is great. The pause menu is the same noise from Fatal Frame 1, like the bells jingling. The only problem is it's not scary. I don't know, maybe it's me. Like I've become more
You're
like
too much of a man.
I'm too much of a Batman. Like I think it's me, and I play in like the handheld mode, which is at first I was against the camera because camera uses the gyro controls.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I don't want to. I'm lying down. Like you gotta make me get up and move around. But when I took it off, I missed it. So there's a ghost to my left, and I'm like pressing the left analog stick. Come on, turn around, turn around. But with the camera, you can just like swivel and catch and shoot it. Right? It's like a haunted. It's like a scary Pokemon Snap. That's what it is. It's like
Okay.
just go like you walk around, explore.
Not
Go
selling me on that game.
Well,
Sorry.
here's what might sell you. The biggest selling point of this game.
My bad.
The people who made this game also made Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. So
Super good
that
physics.
Tits. And I'm like, I put a bunch of videos on Twitter of like the outfits. So one of the outfits you can have is like a nice goth dress. I'm like, right on, let me try that on. And then the other outfit is like, I don't know, some character, because I pre-ordered the game, so I got like DLC for some character named Reza from another game. I'm like, I don't know what this is. But then there's my favorite costume.
Was
It's
Toka available? Sorry.
So that's racist.
No, Ninja Turtles.
I know
too.
Ninja Turtles. I know.
God damn.
I realized that as I said, yeah, it was racist, and I'm like, oh no, Kevin, backtrack, abort. My favorite costume in the game is the white cotton shirt.
That's racist.
That's
Sorry,
long,
okay. Sorry.
and it goes past her butt, and she's not wearing any underwear.
Uh-oh.
I mean, she is only wearing underwear.
Okay.
She's not running around with a bush, just like, hey, look at me. And you can even have the same outfit for the probably underage character. I'm not sure yet, but I just found out that character was a girl. I thought she was a boy the whole time because I've been playing with like at night. I don't play with headphones on. I just read it. So I'm like, oh, you're a girl.
You can be scary or horny, I suppose. And they went.
So that's
horny.
the thing. And when you play, they have a cool photo mode, and I guess they call it snap mode because the game's doing photography. So it's be kind of like redundant to call it photo mode when the game is photo mode. So they call it snap mode, and you can like put different ghosts and characters and just fuck around with the whole thing. Like it's cool because you can put characters that aren't there in the photo, or like add more ghosts in the background, or you can make one character sound like this and have the other character like at her like belly side because then it looks like they're both going down on each other. It's really funny. Anyways, and then you can make the character like zoom into the camera really fast, and when she does that, tits, like the jiggling physics, right?
Sure.
I'm sorry, the game. It's the game. It's not me.
It's not.
So if you go to my Twitter, Retro Relapsic, I put a bunch of videos of tits. But this is a very horny game. It's more horny than scary because you could even get other outfits. There is one cool outfit I saw of her wearing the Samus Zero suit, Samus costume. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Then I found out that suit replaced the lingerie costume because Nintendo self-censored. So they put a tight Samus suit with the itty bitty, tightness to replace the lingerie one, which is practically running around naked. And I'm like, kind of on both. Why can't I have both? But it's good. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. I have no idea what's going on in story wise, but it's Fatal Frame, and I'm happy it's back, and it worked great, portable or docked.
Cool.
And I got Metro Dread, but I haven't.
But we'll talk about that later.
Fine,
right?
Fuck you, man.
Right?
No, we'll talk about it later. Yeah.
What you've been playing?
Yes. Hey, guess what?
You want to talk about? Well, don't you also want to save that bit for? Oh, this is part of the News.
News. Bum, 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 bum. Can you hear me scratch? Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Some
It
shit?
fit into the music nicely. Like
Oh,
it
that
sounded
worked.
like one of those like shakers.
Like maracas?
Yeah.
Nice.
Or
Very
like
cool.
those shaking eggs.
Yeah. Gotta have some egg shakers. Hey, I'm gonna say that story to the last
Speaking of
one.
egg shakers.
Nintendo has released an update, 13.1.0.
Yay.
You know what that update includes?
An expansion pack.
Oh, not yet. Hold on. Bluetooth speakers. It includes. You turn on your Switch. Tits. No, I had this on the news 4 weeks ago when it was important.
Oh,
Bluetooth
this is that
enabled.
Bluetooth. Okay.
Well, no, it's not, but it is included in this. Technically, in this update, it is. Bluetooth is now enabled on Switch. Isn't that cool? Remember, I said it was going to happen. You're like, no, it's not. And I'm like, yes, it is, Scott. And you're like, oh, it's not, Kevin. I have 2 jobs. I know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, Scott,
I don't think that is not fair. I do not think that's how it goes. I thought Nintendo were too big of dickheads to do that.
Nope, they did it.
I was wrong. You were right.
Great. Yes. Oh, that's all I ever wanted to hear. I am the dark.
You are the right man.
There we go. But yes, they did release a new update, which adds the expansion pack. Which what you were saying, which includes Sega Genesis, Nintendo 64, and Animal Crossing DLC. And poor
it's
Nintendo.
really cheap, I heard. Like,
oh yeah,
it's such a good price. You'd be silly not to get it, right?
So for the family pass, it's $80 American a year, and for the single person pass, is $50 a year. Now, that's not bad. I'm okay with that.
I'm surprised.
But, okay, here I was.
But I don't know if you heard the list of games. It's a little.
That's the thing.
It's a little. It's a little short. It's a little.
Now,
I don't know if you heard Kevin.
Short. Now here's the thing with that. Okay. Like I've been contradicting myself a lot with this whole thing because I'm like, okay, so it's like $60 a year. That's more, but it's optional. You can still play online without needing this expansion.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
And they never offered any of this before. PlayStation doesn't offer any kind of like library of games. That's PlayStation Plus now PlayStation Plus.
For about $60.
Yeah. Xbox Game Pass is separate from Gold.
Yeah, but you still got games with Gold, right? That was about $60.
You got free games, but not like a library of games.
But if you selected them every month, you at the end of the year had a library of games.
Hey, I have 2 jobs. Yeah, okay, calm down. But Nintendo, for $20, you get for a year, you get Nintendo Library, which is a good size library, and SNES Library, which is also pretty good.
I suppose.
And online. 2 jobs. No, but
the online, I'll give you that. Someone's got to pay for those servers.
Right. And it's $20 a year. The Wii was free, whatever, online. But that was okay. I was okay with $20 a year. And then I just bought Sega Genesis or Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Switch, and then this fucking thing was announced. I'm like, oh, fuck me. Like, fuck me. Why did I just spend $10 that could have worked towards the goddamn year?
Yeah, and this is your first time owning Sonic 2 on any platform.
But it came with Knuckles. That's why I'm like, well...
You've stolen Sonic 2 already.
And I might not even play because my preferred way to play is on the Mini because it's the controller. Anyways, so the Genesis and N64 package, and you're like, oh, fuck yeah. What games comes with it? And it's like, what, 12 N64 games? One of them Super Mario 64. And I'm like, who cares? Like, you have the 3D All-Star. Ocarina of Time's there. Majora's Mask isn't there yet.
No, I think Star Fox might be, maybe.
Star Fox, Yoshi Story, Kirby, I think.
Okay.
So it's a good,
sure.
N64 sucked, guys. Like, come on.
It did suck. I don't care for it very much. It was mind-blowing. It was an experience.
Right.
But it has not aged well, to me.
And the games that they offer, I'm like, okay. Like, but... Anyways, and then no one talks about Sega Genesis. I haven't seen anyone talk about the Sega Genesis game once. Because why would you? Because the Switch already offers a Genesis collection for like $20. So just get that. But if you want an N64, you gotta cough up 60 and you get Genesis regardless. So why spend the money on the Genesis collection if you're gonna get this and you're not gonna play either of them? You know you're not. I'm not. I bought Sonic 2 again. Why? I don't know.
I heard stupid. The emulation sounds like it's not great either.
That was the next point. The emulation sucks. I watched Modern Vintage Gamer talk about it.
He's just a hero of vintage gaming.
But I saw people on Twitter also showing like Mario Kart 64 is terrible. It's like, welcome to Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yahoo! And like the frame rates, if you're now everyone's on the same frequency internet wise, it's terrible. Like that's cool. You can play Mario Kart 64 online. That's never happened legally. Retro art, man. But yeah, like the frame rate's terrible. There's a input lag with the controller. The fog effect, Silent Hill HD collection all over again, is like crappy in Ocarina of Time. They did the same thing with HD collection with Silent Hill. My God, just this fog. And then came with Animal Crossing DLC, which is that DLC alone I think is like $60. So it's like, right?
If you are an Animal Crossing fan, then it kind of does feel like it might as well just get it.
Right, but if I'm going to spend $60,
are there going to be other games that that won't be the only game though, right? That has like the DLC included in this thing.
I mean, that's the only thing that I know. I guess we could bleed into, unless you have anything else to say about the Switch update.
No, I think we've dogged on it enough.
Which segues into the Animal Crossing New Horizon Happy Home Paradise DLC has been announced. So there's two separate DLCs happening.
Okay.
There's a free Animal Crossing DLC, which I'm stoked about because I haven't touched Animal Crossing in like 3 months. I went back and there's like cockroaches in my house. Great. And if you don't update the game, there's no reason to play it. Like Simpsons Tapped Out did the same thing. Like they just let it be idle for like 8 months. And I'm like, what am I doing in my life? Like doing this every day, right? And now Animal Crossing's finally adding the stuff that was on the DS version of Animal Crossing. Brewster's Coffee, gyroids, you can visit a town, like shit like that. I'm like, why didn't you include this to begin with? Why like 3 years later? Or 2 years or however long it's been. And then on top of that, that's a DLC called what's it called? Happy Home Paradise. Which from what I saw in the trailer is kind of like challenges and quests to do in Animal Crossing, which is not my thing. So I don't really care about this DLC.
Okay.
Like, I like playing Animal Crossing to play Animal Crossing, but if the game is like, hey, can you give this present to Miguel down the street? I'm like, I don't want to do that. You fucking do it. What am I doing? Here, Miguel, here's a present. Here's a shirt. Thanks, Miguel. Like, I don't want to do that. But then again, I don't know what it is. And that was also included with the Switch update. And it's my Animal Crossing's last update.
Oh, okay.
So they did what Super Mario Maker did. They're like, so much potential, so much support. Fuck it. Here's the last one. Like,
we're done.
But why did you put in the templates Super Mario 3D Land, and like have like spaces for other like templates, like make it look like you're gonna make Game Boy and all this stuff? And no, you didn't. You just added half-ass Man, Nintendo's so stupid, so fucking stupid. Speaking of stupid, Grand Theft Auto.
Sorry.
What?
Nothing.
Grand Theft Auto the
You said
trilogy.
Speaking of stupid, I thought for sure you were leaning into Kingdom Hearts.
Scott, please don't speak badly about one of my favorite games.
I got 2 jabs.
I have 2 jabs. My name is Scott. I'm gonna write that down.
No, Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, this is cool.
Well, my page was not found. How about yours?
Oh, I didn't click on it. But the Grand Theft Auto trilogy is coming out.
That's because the words at the bottom. I see. Revealed. Yeah, so they came out with a trilogy. God damn it. What's trilogy mean to you? I have a problem with everything. What's trilogy? What does trilogy mean?
It means
Tell me.
3 separate things that mean one that go together to tell probably one story, or they're related with one character.
Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3. Trilogy?
Yes.
Halloween 1, 2, and 3. Trilogy?
Sure.
No.
Well, just because they intentionally made 3 to not have Michael Myers, no, but like Indiana Jones trilogy, right?
Right.
Star Wars, obviously a trilogy, but Indiana Jones doesn't, like, those are 3 separate stories, but it's a trilogy.
What about Batman Tim Burton?
There's only 2, so no.
Batman Tim Burton, that Batman Begins, and then this new Batman. Is that 3 a trilogy? Even though it's all 3 Batmans.
The Nolan movies are a trilogy, yes.
But no, Batman, Tim Burton, Nolan, and the new one. Those 3 Batmans, the first movies, are they trilogies?
No.
Right. So how the fuck is Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas, and Vice City a trilogy? Grand Theft Auto 1, 2, and 3 is a trilogy. Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas, and Vice City is Grand Theft Auto 3 with expansions.
Look,
it's not a trilogy.
I agree with you, but I don't.
Thank you.
But
thank you. That's all I have to know. You have to go on. I agree with you too. Thank you for agreeing with me.
They feel like a trilogy to me. That doesn't feel like a bad name for what they're doing. Because, and I'll tell you why. I'm not saying you're wrong in any way, but I can see the shortcut of them using the word trilogy because they all were like the 3 that came out on that system, right?
Yes.
And so, like, since they were the PS2 ones, and they were all separate SKUs at full retail price, it's like, if they called it the PS2 trilogy, would you...
You should call it the PS2 trilogy. The PS2 trilogy.
Would that have been more palatable for you?
Well, when Grand Theft Auto trilogy comes, I honestly went to 1, 2, and 1969.
Makes perfect sense.
That's what I thought. I'm like, holy shit, you're bringing those games back? Because I know you're not bringing San Andreas back because you've done that 12 fucking times.
Yeah.
And Vice City 12 fucking times.
Yeah.
You're not, you're not
iPad.
doing that.
Yeah.
Yes, you're not doing that. You're doing Grand Theft Auto 1, 2, and 69 because you haven't done that in forever.
But if you don't have to, like, rage out about dumb stuff that's not important, it is cool that they're bringing these 3 back. They're like 3
super
well-reviewed.
Cool. I can't wait to play it on the Switch. It's gonna be awesome.
And they're gonna have, and I guess that the controls are all the Grand Theft Auto. Isn't it like the GTA 5 engine, like remakes or whatever? Like, or they changed the control schemes or modern controls with cameras and stuff, so it should play better. So if you never played these old games,
like they play like ass on the what's it called? They play like ass on the
PS2
tablets. No, the tablet and iPhones and stuff like that.
PS2.
Yeah,
like the modern controls will be there. That's cool. It'll introduce people to, you know, Grand Theft Auto 3 was like really something else. That was
it was game changing. Literally,
it was game changing. Absolutely, it was like the Mario 64. Like, holy shit, the PS2 is really something. This is wild.
Yeah. So I'm happy about that. Even though it's stupid because I wish it was the other things.
Sure.
They did also update the graphics a bit. It looks kind of weird because it's PS2 graphics that are more detailed than they were.
Okay.
But so it looks like Toy Story 1 graphics. You know how like you're like it looks good, but it looks weird at the same time. So, but you know, I'll play these games again because you know I'm stupid.
Grand Theft or Kingdom Hearts. Are you done with Grand Theft Auto?
Yes, I added this one because I thought it was already there. Speaking of games coming to the Switch, the Kingdom Hearts series. Notice I said series and not trilogy because they're not assholes. Because there's 25 Kingdom Hearts game is coming to the Switch. Don't roll your eyes. I have a daughter. Okay, I know how to put up with that. Okay.
Dude,
so
didn't seem like you put up with it very well right then. Sorry.
I got 2 jobs. So they're coming out with Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 remix for the Switch. Isn't that awesome? I would buy this again and play it anywhere. I would go in the park, lie on the floor, lie down simple and clean, and play Kingdom Hearts. Oh,
I thought you were talking about this.
No, I put it in another news on the thing. You didn't see it yet.
Oh, I didn't. Yes.
This just in. Oh, what's that? Oh, I can't play this game in the park, lying down, listening to simple and clean. Why is that? Oh, because it's a cloud version of Kingdom Hearts series. Cloud. They should have called it Clown. Kingdom Hearts Clown Edition. What is this? Why does the Switch suck?
I don't know. I love your frustration so much. I think it's great that they're doing cloud gaming because the Switch it was old technology 5 years ago when it came out.
What, the Switch?
Yeah, it sucks by design. That's why.
But you can. These are PS2 games, Scott. These aren't fucking. I don't expect.
It's a trilogy of them. They can't handle all of it at once.
So put it. Give me 7 little.
Put it in the cloud, and then you can play it. Bada bing,
where
bada
at the
boom.
park? You can't. No, because it's cloud based.
Figure it out.
Stupid.
I thought you guys had like internet everywhere in that super city of Canada.
No. The CN Tower is just a lie. And even Kingdom Hearts 3, which is also coming, is getting cloud. Are you what is the point? 60 and they're charging full price. Yeah,
the audacity.
For not even a digital copy
stream
of the
it.
game. To stream it.
That's rough.
Like, if it was like the digital, say they only like, we can only do digital, I'd be like, that's fine, totally get it. But not even that. Cloud. So fucking dumb.
Hey, but Kingdom Hearts
video games.
So you do, like,
It's
you
so
legitimately hate games so much. It cracks
so
me up.
Dumb.
Kingdom Hearts, speaking of news, Sora is in Smash Brothers Ultimate.
So he was the last fighter, and I was watching a YouTube thing. I watched it, and I was like, "Who's the last fighter? Like, someone is another fucking Fire Emblem character? Because if it is, like, I'm gonna blow my head off." And I'm watching, you see like the fire, and I'm like, "Okay, oh, that's definitely like a weird, stupid anime character, right?"
Well, it was a weird, stupid anime character.
yeah. Oh, woo! And then I saw the Keyblade, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck me!" I was like, and then the song kicked in, and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's Sora!" Just Sora. Where's no Donald, no Goofy? I'm like, we'll go. I know it took a lot because I learned Sora is actually a Disney character, a original Disney character.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
it was a Square Enix character.
So having him in there is actually Disney, like a Nintendo, like butting heads. Like, come on. And I was thrilled. I was like, awesome. I'm not gonna buy him. I don't play Smash Brothers. Come on. I'll probably buy him and like never play him, but. I don't play Smash Brothers. I wanted to play Smash Brothers, but expansion packs and all that shit. But I thought that was an awesome last reveal because that's what people wanted. It was Sora, and I wanted Sora too. And I saw people's reaction online, like someone made like a compilation of all these like YouTubers watching it, and they all like started crying. And I'm like, yeah, guys, come on. People are dying in the world. Like, let's take it down a notch with this crying. They're like, oh my god,
Says the guy
Sora.
freaking out over a cloud stream.
He actually did it. He put Sora. I'm like, okay.
I felt like that's how you're reacting when you're like, it's on cloud. No.
Oh well, yeah, on cloud. I'm like, I can't believe it. I can't buy it again. I bought it twice, PS3 and PS4. I'd buy it again on the Switch, but they don't offer it. So yeah, that was cool. You may go on to the next one. I don't know what that is.
Yes, Paprium, the watermelons game that I got that weird Genesis cart of.
Right. Yes. Did
a Kickstarter to make a Switch port, and they met their goal, so that's cool. I'm gonna have Kevin link a video in the YouTube comments or in the podcast comments. Our buddy Dumez is very good at Bayonetta, so there's a little like highlight reel. Him kicking some ass in Bayonetta. Also, he let us know that Owlboy, and I did check it as of record. Today's November 2nd, and I will have the podcast edited and uploaded tomorrow.
Owlboy, yeah.
Owlboy's 50% off. I don't know how long that's going to last, but $13 American. That's pretty good. That was it for what I added to the news. So there was one other thing at the top, right?
Yeah. So
this is the big. This is the showstopper, right?
All right, I gotta take my mask off for this.
Oh boy.
Mostly because I'm hot.
Oh boy, it's the Binding of Isaac trilogy. Woo! Trilogy.
So first off, I want to say something very important.
Okay.
This guy, 1 millionth or 3 millionth percented Binding of Isaac during our 3-week hiatus.
I wish I had 3 weeks.
I finished the game.
I felt like it's been like 3 months.
Completely, I put in like 1,200 hours in that game. Completely finished the game, and it felt good to not just play. I closed my eyes. I had the Tetris effect of Binding of Isaac. Just see the.
I bet.
Because I played hours and hours nonstop of Binding of Isaac. I was numb. I was like watching TV and playing at the same time. I was just that good. I looked like someone fake playing video games on TV. And I was like, okay, well, Repentance is on PC right now, and there's no word of Repentance ever coming to console. Nothing. They said maybe next year, maybe later this year. So I said, fuck it. Repentance is never coming to console. So this $30 gold coins, remember I told you to remember that I spent on Fatal Frame, because I was like, I have nothing else to buy with these things. So those $30, maybe enough to buy, I don't know, some sort of DLC. The $30 gold coins I spent on Fatal Frame, a port of a Wii U game.
Yeah.
Could have been used towards goddamn Binding of Isaac is coming to consoles in 2 days. In 2 fucking days. Repentance. It's finally coming out to consoles in 2 days.
How expensive is this going to be for me to get the whole shebang? So, because I've been itching for something new on the PlayStation 5. Not that it's like a PS5.
Well, if you're buying it
like
the whole bundle,
yeah,
I think it's like $60.
It's tempting.
Mind you, that's
everything.
The base game.
That's everything.
Yeah, that's the base game. Rebirth, Afterbirth Plus, and Repentance.
Yeah.
If it was my choice, I would get obviously a physical edition of the game. Okay, well, we're not talking.
I gotta get up to put games in. Fuck off.
I said if it was my choice.
I know.
Okay,
I know. I'm not.
This isn't the cloud Binding of Isaac. This is
real deal.
Real deal shit. I don't know how much the standalone is. I'm guessing maybe 30. Like 30 gold coins could have been used towards.
That's brutal. Hilarious though.
Well, those gold coins are supposed to be for Ninja Turtles, the Shredder game, but no, that got postponed too. Unless it didn't, unless it's coming out right now, and I don't know about it. And Edmund also asked, the creator of Isaac asked online, what bonuses should I put in? And I'm like, you should put in the original Flash Binding of Isaac game in there. That'd be awesome, like a little Easter egg, like the old school one. So I'm stoked. I'm not gonna get it, believe it or not. You know why?
No.
Because I have Fatal Frame to play and Metroid Dread and other games I gotta play. I literally just finished this game like 3 weeks ago. I was like,
have an Xbox One.
Yeah.
It's gonna come to Xbox One.
But I like playing portably. I like playing in bed. It's coming. Well, yeah, it's coming in PS4, PS5, and all those systems. But I think I gotta buy the
Vita
whole edition.
There's a Vita port
of Repentance.
Yeah.
They're updating on the Vita?
No, see, that was the reaction. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to.
I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go play that right now.
Yeah, sorry. That was mean. So
I'll get that eventually. Oh, I mean that's all for news, but I wanted to say this during the Nintendo expansion thing. You know how they're $60 a year or $70 a year?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh well, if you're already a member of online, you get a discount. Did you know you got a discount? So say you want to get the expansion pack and you're like, oh, discount. Yeah, mine was like 32 cents because my online subscription ends this year or this month.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, well, I thought it was like $30, but yeah, video games suck. But Binding of Isaac, I am seriously stoked about it, but I will not buy it right away because I have other shit. I honestly feel like I got free of Isaac and I'm able to play like other games.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
Like, because it takes a lot, right? And then I asked like Demez what to play. He's like, oh, you should play Hades and I bought Neon Abyss because he recommended it, and Rogue Legacy, and I have all these games. I'm like, god damn it, these are all roguelikes.
Yeah,
I don't want roguelikes. I'll never end roguelikes. I was playing Enter the Gungeon, Neon Abyss. I'm like, I gotta play something else with an actual ending and come back to these eventually. So yeah, that was the big news.
Good deal. Kevin, what you been playing, man?
I'll go through this fast. So I started playing Metroid Samus Returns because I was getting that Metroid like before the Dread came out.
Yeah.
And I forgot how good this game is. Have you played that one on
the
3DS?
I've never completed a Metroid game.
That's fair.
I wish I wouldn't have. Like I've completed Metroid inspired games.
I was gonna say you play Axiom Verge and whatnot.
Yeah. I really want to play Super Metroid. I know it's short, thank fucking God, but that seems awful. I really want to play that another Metroid 2 remake. I have that on my PC. And then
that's essentially what this is, though. It's a remake of that game.
And I have the Metroid that came out on 3DS. I don't know, a couple years ago, like
this
3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, this one.
It's on 3DS, and it's a Is there a mechanic where you can like parry in it?
Yeah.
Oh, I like this game. I'm sad I didn't finish it.
Yeah, it's fun. The only thing that sucks about it is when I get lost in the Metro game, I get lost,
Yeah.
and there's no way to like look it up. I'm in map 2 underneath
It's
the
like tough.
guy who
Yeah.
drips. Yeah, you can't describe the scenery. So then you just kind of got to figure it out to yourself.
Yeah. Shit.
So that was
Yes,
fun.
that's a cool game. I'm glad you saw credits.
Yeah. So I saw credits to that. I finished the game Agilos. I don't know. There's another game Dumez recommended. It's basically Wonder Boy or Monster Boy,
cool.
whatever the hell it's called.
Monster Hunter, Wonder Boy. No, not Monster Hunter. Yeah.
Not Monster World.
Monster World. Yeah, Wonder.
Yeah.
Boy.
It's essentially not like it's like when you see someone create a game inspired by that. So it looks and plays like Wonder Boy, but it's better, obviously. It's awesome. I didn't think I was gonna dig it, and then I dug it because it was only like $2 on sale. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll buy it." And he's been telling me to buy this for a long time because I didn't like the way the dragon looked, kind of like Mega Man, like a ripoff.
Okay.
But I loved it because it's kind of like Metroidvania, and I love games when like you can't get to this area until you have this power up, and when you get this power up, you're like, I know exactly where to go. It was about 7 hours, 8 hours.
Perfect.
Perfect time. What happened? What'd you do?
Hit the wrong button.
I
I hope this stream doesn't go.
Oh, jeez, how embarrassing.
I know.
But yeah, so it's a good Wonder Boy game. I found the controls a little iffy, but sometimes it wasn't as precise as I wanted it to be. But the music was holy shit. The music was great, and it was fun. I'd actually see myself in a couple months, maybe going back and playing it again. That's how much I enjoyed it because it was short and sweet to the point. I also played. Actually, I guess I can say this since my list went by a lot faster. Deltarune chapters 1 and 2. I saw the credits for that because they released chapter 2. You never played Deltarune?
No,
right?
that's a name that I'm very familiar with.
It's Undertale.
Okay, yeah.
That the
I
Undertale
started
sequel.
Undertale. I just did not get into it.
Well, no, this is a sequel.
I know,
Undertale.
and it's not even like a true sequel to it,
No,
right?
it's like a
that,
spiritual
yeah.
You started Undertale and couldn't get into it, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that sucks.
Sorry.
What did it? Was it the good gameplay and great story? Or?
Yeah, it's just like totally
No,
averse
it
to
wasn't-
that shit.
It wasn't Halo enough for you?
Was not. Oh, dude. I'm so excited for a Halo campaign.
So I said I beat chapters 1 and 2. They were great. I love chapter 2. Love the music as well, and it's free. Like that's crazy part. It's free. It's like a 6-hour game. It's a full game. I thought it was like a demo. He said he made the first one free as a demo to kind of show people what it's going to be, and then because of the pandemic, he put part 2 free as well, and then the next one will be paid.
Cool.
So he says, but he also fucks around a lot, right? So it's very sharp writing. So I really enjoyed the game. I had to play the first one again because the last time I played it was on my PC when it first got announced, like 4 years ago. So I was like, I don't know what happened. Anyways, I also finished Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Saw the credits to that.
Lucky. I need to just start again.
That's my second time beating it. Except this time I was like, fuck it, I don't care. I'm not gonna go to any towns or anything. I'm just gonna get the 4 bosses and then fight Ganon.
That's what I need to do is just go back. I need to take like 5 hours and just go chip away at a whole bunch of those like shrines or whatever.
That's what I did.
Then go back to the bosses and beat the last 2, and then just go fucking fight Ganon and get it over with.
Yeah, as soon as I got the Master Sword, I was like, okay, let's go fight Ganon. I was looking online, it's like, here's how you get the Hyrule Shield.
It's totally what I want to do. Is I'm just gonna cheat my way through it. Just game facts. I
didn't game facts it. I was trying to figure out. Oh, you will, yeah.
Oh, I will find a map online that says exactly where all those damn shrines are and just go grind them out. I just like need to get the Master Sword, cheat my way to it, and just get it over with, get it off my plate.
This is the first game I
didn't love that game so. Like I fell hard off that game.
That's very weird.
I loved it at first, and I just was like,
it's because
this Campbell boss sucks donkey balls.
We're not into open world games anymore. That's the thing, I think.
I never was.
Oh, I was. I always felt like it gave me bang for my buck, right? I was like, this game better last me 3 months. Now I'm like, this game better last me 8 hours.
Yeah, or no credits for you.
But yeah, that's a shame. I don't know. This is the first game I played after Binding of Isaac. I'm like, what's the game that's taking up the most space on my hard drive? You. Let's do you. Get out of here. I also, like I said, I ordered Metro Dread. I haven't played it, but so far people online have been saying it's a little short.
Perfect.
Well, they're saying it's about 6 to 8 hours. I'm like, that sounds like...
I heard someone say, maybe it was even Demez, like, if you're beating that in 6 hours, you are, like, screaming through it.
That's well, someone posted it online. I'm like, oh, the game's 6 hours, and they're like, yeah, but I only 20% of it. I'm like, oh, you didn't do anything then.
Yeah,
Like, the whole point
I
of the
hear
game
10 or 12 is a more like
that's perfect.
normal. Yeah,
Perfect.
exactly, right?
So I'll probably have more highlights on that when I talk next time. And the last game was Ace Attorney Trilogy. That was weird to say.
Is it really?
Have you ever played Ace Attorney?
Mm-mm.
Neither did I. And I saw that there's a trilogy. So here's how I think my logic. The trilogy was on sale for $10, and I'm like, that's 3 games. And I was like, $10 for 3 games I never played before. Fuck it. So so again, Kevin's life, luckiness. So I downloaded 3 games. I later found out these were DS games, and I was like, my DS is modded. Could have just downloaded it for free. Could have just done that. Should do more research before I purchase stuff.
I'm sorry, calling you Kevin. No research,
Gee, I'm like, ooh, $10 purchased. Why does the copyright say 2000 to 2019? Oh no, these games are old. It's good. It's
cool. They have a good they have a very good reputation.
Well, it's the case. The trials are fun. I love the trials when you're like, objection. There's actually a button if you press Y on the controller. What are you looking at? You're making me nervous.
I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Just when people look at me all cockeyed, I get nervous.
Well, I want the what we've been playing music to just keep looping. So I keep.
Where's it going?
Yeah.
All right. There's a button on the 3DS where if you press Y during the trial, you can yell yourself objection into the 3DS. So you're like, objection, which I thought I've done in the car a few times because I got my daughter off into her like camp. I'm in the car.
She's driving now. You have her with the blocks on her shoes like the kid in Indiana Jones too.
She's not in her high chair anymore, like the car seat. She's in like a booster seat now, which is great because she gets to strap herself in. I'm like, oh fucking thank God.
Nice.
But yeah, Ace Attorney is cool. I like the trials. It's a puzzle game. It's what it comes down to. It's a puzzle game.
Cool.
Because you got to find someone contradicting themselves and provide them with evidence.
Okay.
And if you fuck up too many times and the game's over and you got to start over, and I'm like, let's not do that. I haven't looked anything up online. The person's like, I was there and they died at 2, and you look at the autopsy and it's like they died around 2. So you'd be like, objection, they didn't die at 2, they died around 2. What were they doing before 2? And they're like, and I'm like, yes, I feel so smart. I am so smart.
Cool.
So it's fine. Yeah. So I've been those are the games I've been playing the last 2 weeks.
Cool. Let's see here. I did buy a Cruisin' Blast at full price. I love it.
The Cruisin' USA.
Yeah, right? Cruisin' Blast, but it's like it's a Cruisin' USA franchise.
Is that inspired or is that actually part of Cruisin' USA?
It is. Like there was Cruisin' USA, Cruisin' World, now there's Cruisin' Blast. So it could be potentially part of a trilogy.
A trilogy, you say?
It's good, but you gotta like cruising. If you like cruising, it's good.
I just bought Outrun for the 80th time. Of course I like cruising.
Yeah. So
is cruising a racing game or is it just a driving game?
Racing. Like arcade racing,
okay.
Yeah. I remember
the arcade, the actual arcade.
Yeah.
If you like press gas and thing and push the fucking gear, you could change your cars. Do you remember that secret?
I remember you could change your cars. I didn't remember how to do it.
Well, they were secret cars. It wasn't like...
Yeah, like a school bus and like all sorts of goofy stuff. Yeah.
Like a yellow car that showed flames in the back.
Yeah. They had those secrets in the 64 version as well.
Yeah, so when I played that in the arcade, I felt like Lucas from The Wizard.
Oh, yeah,
Other kids didn't know about it. I like turn around. Doo-doo-doo. That's right.
Like being able to pull off like a fatality in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I felt so badass. I was like, none of you fuckers know how to do this.
I would maybe recommend putting it on like a wish list. I didn't feel like it's a great value maybe at that price point, but it's very good for what it is. So
I have Hot Shots for the Switch on my wish list because I love that game. Not Hot Shots.
The golf game?
No. The other car racing game that's like Sega Saturn graphics.
Oh yeah. Maybe that is called Hot Shot Racing. What is that called?
Mm.
It was on Game Pass, or maybe it's on Game Pass. Yeah, that's a good game.
But it's on the Switch. I think it's on the Switch for $6 on sale right now.
Oh, that's worth it. Really tempted to get Metroid Dread. I think when that finally goes on sale, I'll probably pull the trigger there.
See, those words you just said, when that thing goes on sale, it's never going to go on sale. That's why I bought it at full price.
It will
in 5 years.
Yes. and it'll only be like $5. But you know what? The time will be right.
It won't be $5. It'll be $20 off.
Oh, it's even better. Oh no, I meant $5 off. I meant it will be like a minuscule discount, like not worth the wait kind of discount. Like, but it'll be $60 after tax instead of like $68 or whatever.
See, and this is what upsets me. I bought this Metroid Dread because I haven't bought a game for the Switch in a long time. I was playing Samus Return, so I was craving a new Metroid game, and I was like, well, there's nothing else coming out for a long time, so I bought that and Fatal Frame and Binding of Isaac because they all came out at the same time without me doing any. I should do more research.
You should. Maybe the theme of the episode, Kevin. I've been not been playing my Xbox very much.
What are your PS5?
Just PS5. Don't know why. Still love both consoles. Just kind of in a PS5 mood. I think it's because they're so cartoony. What I have right now. I'm on a second playthrough of Ratchet and Clank, and I've got like all the weapons financially upgraded. So now I'm moving towards trying to like upgrade them by using them enough to earn upgrade points.
That's when you know when you really enjoy a game, when you're like willing to do that stupid shit.
Yeah, like, just keep playing through it over and over again.
And it's fun when it gives you. That's what Binding of Isaac is like. You play it over and over, but you unlock shit that, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I just get in the mood. There's something about it that I'm like, I like this.
That's how I feel with Kingdom Hearts. I play it all the time, so I'm like, I just enjoy it. It's just fun to go back.
I already talked about loving Dune and Foundation, but I did see credits of a game. That Kenna Bridge of Spirits.
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's like it truly feels like playing a Pixar game. Just.
Oh, really?
And I heard it described as a PS2 game. Like, that was like a negative thing. And sure, it's fucking awesome.
Like Jack and Daxter kind of looking game?
Yeah, I guess. No, it doesn't look. It plays like a PS2 game. Plays like a PS2 platformer. It is amazing. I love it. Like, I think this game is absolutely phenomenal. The thing that I don't like about it is it has Dark Souls combat.
Meaning and like parry
slow. Triggers.
Okay,
that's just not my jam. But eventually I just put it down to the easiest difficulty because I'm like, I am not gonna beat my head over frustration over these bosses.
Casual gamer over
here.
For
sure.
Oh, I have 2 jobs. I gotta play an easy so I can beat it.
And I loved the balance. Easy was not like cakewalk story mode. You can still totally die and screw up. It was just enough to be like, I don't want to, because these boss fights are long, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, man, you die in a long, hard boss fight. Like, it just,
you gotta do it all over again.
It's just, I don't enjoy that challenge. I like platforming challenges. I don't like trigger combat based challenges. And it felt the easy mode was just perfect for me. It was not super easy. Like, it still felt like I had to use some skill. But it also let me be a little spammy and a little annoying. But the same thing, when I beat it, I mean, the music and the visuals are just stunning, fantastic. And it does feel really good to play. There's the upgrades are, the skill tree is pretty limited. But once it gets going, it's pretty, like, you start feeling like pretty powerful, but it happens it's a little backloaded as far as the upgrades and stuff. But again, I just wanted to play it. So when I got done, I would reload my save and go around and collect. So it's linear, but there's like kind of like little areas to go like explore. But it's a very linear game.
And this is PS5?
Yeah, PS5. I think it's a PS5 exclusive. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, wow. It looks like a game I would never... Oh, I see. It does look like a Pixar game.
It is just...
Wow, it looks just like a Pixar game.
Dude, it is one of the neatest visually... I guess this game studio started as an animation studio, and you can, like, totally tell.
Is there a photo mode? Let's see if there's a photo mode.
Probably. Oh, don't all games have that now?
They should.
Oh,
the game looks great. What's that little guy with a little cute face? Oh my
God, so they're called ROT, R-O-T, and they're these little guys that you find and collect, and it allows you use them to solve puzzles. There's like environmental puzzles. You have this like staff that's kind of like a sword. And then you get a really cool bow, and it has a really nice, satisfying. The PS5 like tension controls, like feel good. You got to watch
super fun, man.
Dude,
I want to play this.
It is fun. I watched a double jump, and just the animation on the double jump made me go buy it. Like I was like, fuck yeah, man. And the bosses are beautifully designed.
It looks like a Spyro game, but with like a person.
Sure. It's just
like that kind of platforming game.
I think that's probably why that they were like, it's nothing new if you're into PS2, but I highly recommend it. I thought it was fantastic. I want to keep. I got in the mood to go back and keep playing that game.
That's good.
So the concept of it is that she basically goes and helps ghosts cross over into the afterlife. So she's going around trying to find these spirits that have unfinished business or whatever, and they're
me too in Fatal Frame.
Yeah, so getting them to kind of cross over or whatever after defeating this evil side that's kind of taken over them. And it's a pretty basic story or whatever, but it's enough to get you hooked, I guess. Yeah. It's so charming. The music is just amazing. It felt just good to play. I
can hear a lot of sitars in the music. Is there a lot of sitars?
Maybe, not a lot. Right. It was more whimsical.
Oh, whimsical. That's another good word.
So, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. If you have a PS5, freaking get it. So, alrighty. So that's gonna be it for what we. Oh, I gotta hit fade out on that from now on. It'll take 2 seconds. So, all right.
Are there any comments?
There were. So, we got some stuff from Demez. We got some emails from Demez. One, I already mentioned that we're going to link the YouTube video he has of him showing off on Bayonetta. And then also that Owlboy is on sale, so shout out to Demez for pointing that stuff out. And then also in the email, oops, I must have closed it. He has been playing Ghost of Tsushima, so I'm going to read that email.
That's the
Dark Souls people that made like a samurai kind of game.
Japanese samurai game, yeah. I wanted to play that too, but it looks too stiff when it comes to the controls.
Yeah, I mean it's
like Dark Souls.
Yeah. So let's see.
I should go back to Death Stranding. I've had that game for a year and I haven't played it once. Well, I played it. That's a lie. I played like 8 hours. And I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Okay, so Dumbass writes and he says, I saw the credits, and I love that he's using the term "saw credits." Like that is, I wish that we were a popular podcast because I think that's a great way to describe like how we enjoy video games.
The ending?
Yeah. Saw credits of Ghost of Tsushima, probably a top 10 game of all time for me now. Glad I put it down early on PS4 and waited for the PS5 version. Nice graphics and the lips match now, and the haptic triggers, etc. Highest recommendation. He says the DLC is something too. After beating, I got a whole new DLC island. The same flow and adventure, just a bunch more of the game. And the base game is huge too. It really does not feel like it cut away part of the game for the DLC or anything. Oh, and then also he says Agelos is on sale now for Switch. You need to get it. If you like Metroidvania games, awesome. He says he gives that a 10 out of 10. Takes you like 10 hours to beat, even if you explore it pretty well.
Yeah.
So
it's a great game.
Spot on. Your review is pretty much exactly what he was saying there. So very cool. Come on.
All my money's here. Thank you, guys.
Unsearch.
Well, I give the game an 8 out of 10 instead of a 10 out of 10 because I used to be a professional reviewer.
Yeah, and they didn't send you a copy, so that was why they didn't get that 10. Also, I made a comment. I wondered if he got the Steam Deck, if he pre-ordered it or not. Which now that I got this new job, I'm fucking definitely keeping that pre-order. Like hell yes.
I'm not buying any more games since I get my new place. Yeah.
Yeah. New game. He says, well, just remember to do some research before you go buy a new game. Okay?
Is that what he really said?
No, I'm telling you.
Oh, I was going to say, that's crazy. He said that.
No. He goes, not a secret, no problem if you read it on air or whatever. He says, oh, he has eye disease, Stargardt's disease, degenerative eye disease. So I didn't read this. So his center vision is not great. In addition, I have normal, ordinary old man eyes, so the stuff is blurry when it's close now. He had to stop playing the 3D XL too. He can't play games with small screens anymore. Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh no.
He says normal glasses won't fix it either. The strong he says and strong magnifiers help a lot. He says, but the big ass TV is right in front of my face, still looks clear. So he's good.
How old
and
is the Mez,
that.
do you think?
I think he's about my age.
Is he?
30s or 40s. Yeah. So handheld games will not happen for him anymore. Steam Deck would just be a crappy PC for him, which is a bummer. And he has a pretty wicked PC, so bummer, dude. I thought he was gonna. I didn't read this email first. I wanted to go blind because I thought he would have some hot take. You know what I mean? So that's a bummer,
you seen
dude.
His keyboard?
Yeah, the grossest keyboard known to man. But he couldn't see all that shit, so now we know why.
There we go.
And then lastly, he also wrote in to let us know, or let me know. He's like, I think you got a PS5, ? Exclusive PS5 drops right now, I think. He says that he highly recommends Returnal. It's like a roguelike run-based game.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I heard it was good, too.
It's on Game Pass, isn't it?
No, it's a PS5 exclusive.
Oh, is it? Okay.
You might be thinking of that Dead... Oh, my God. That it was...
Back 4 Dead?
No.
Left 4 Dead? Back 4 Blood?
Damn it.
Back in Black?
Oh, it's going to bum me out that I can't think of it. It was Dead something or other.
Silence? Dead by Day? Dead Daylight?
No, and that's not it either. Shit. Oh, well. But he said it's awesome, and it was $40 in the U.S., so the price has dropped. So I didn't realize that. I'll keep an eye out. If it's $40, I'll pull the trigger on that. I heard Returnal's super fun.
Yeah. It's roguelike, though, right?
Yeah, but...
Can't. No more roguelikes.
Not for a while for you. But my palate's been cleansed for a while.
Yeah. Have you finished Hades? I forgot.
No, I got to. No, I just fell off.
You're not playing
roguelikes
correctly.
I got 2 jobs. So I just fell off.
Hades.
Dude, I needed easy ass shit like Ratchet and Clank. Let me play some fucking cartoons.
Yeah.
And I'll be happy. So that was kind of where I was at. So yeah, Demes, thank you very much. And I don't think we have any other comments on.
It was crazy when
I'll check though real quick.
When I beat Binding of Isaac 100%, everything, all 3 files, all 3 save files, Scott. That's fucked up.
That is absolutely it is. I am impressed. I am proud that I know 2 people that have done it.
Right, and that goes to show what a good game it is. I remember seeing different save files.
I know,
100%. I'm like, what are you doing?
I gotta do that, man.
I had fun every single time I did it. I had no regrets doing it because it was just so much fun. I love that game. It's just fun all the time. But I was so happy.
God, we did only record. We did publish it 3 weeks ago. Oh, it didn't take a month to get it out though.
Yeah, it took a long time.
3 weeks, yeah. Because I'm 3 weeks. Dude, that felt like a month ago last time we did this.
But I felt I've never been so look at me, mom, look at me, dad, look, I did that.
Yeah.
How I felt telling Demez on Twitter that I also be buying it. I was like, look at me, Demez, look at me, I did it too. He's like, good job, sport.
I forget what I felt that way with him and Zarek when we were solving each other's Mario Maker puzzle levels.
Oh, yeah.
So I can totally relate. Dumez did have a couple of comments though on YouTube. He says, "I never knew the Super Metroid run fast dash duck super jump move until the internet. I rented it when with no instructions. Copied it to a floppy disk with the game computer to play in the 90s on SNES in the 90s. Rent as many games as I wanted. Copy return. Called Pro Fighter Q."
My wife had something like that. Her SNES was modded too.
Oh, cool. And he says there's a huge tube you're supposed to dash and tuck and jump your way through many screens, if you remember that. Stupid Insane Me actually bomb jumped all the way up and finally took me forever.
Oh my god, you know what that means? He turned into a morph ball and just kept bombing and going up. Oh, that's terrible. What a terrible way to play.
No heat, no save states possible, so he just... or no cheats and no save states, so...
Isn't that terrible when you
Hardcore.
think you found a solution to a puzzle and then you look online and they open a door and you're like, oh fuck, I've been trying to climb this wall forever.
Yes, Nothing can make you feel so dumb as when you do that. So
Like every time I look up anything online, it's because I'm absolutely stuck. I'm like, I don't know what.
Or
to do.
I've gotten lazy. Like I've already been so stuck before. I'm like, I'm not doing this again. Like I just
And then you look online and they're like, look down. I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't even look down.
I have one of those. I get that. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I did that. One of the things in Kenna, and it was like stupid. I can't remember what it was now. I definitely looked up one. That quit bothering me. I used to really find a lot of pride in like getting through without cheats. Yeah. And like it doesn't ruin it for me too much. The only danger if you're skipping around too much and you have spoil something on you. And I've had that, but you know, that's the only hesitation at this point. Like my ego does not care anymore. I just want to see those credits.
Well, I want to try for at least 5 minutes first.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like Fatal Frame is cool, and now it does this thing where it tells you where to go. Like in Dead Space when he shoots that laser on the floor and you follow that. Fatal Frame is the same thing. You see like a premonition of like a just shadow walking through a door, and it's like go that way. Okay. Like, thank you. I'll go that way.
So all right, cool. Well, Kevin, good episode. We're back. I guess we got to wrap stuff up. We have social media. If you'd like to follow us, please do. Our handle everywhere is Classic L37.
If you want to see tits from Fatal Frame, go to Retro Relapstick. That's my name.
On Twitter. Search Kevin Retro. What
Retro Relapstick?
No, I know, but you can also do a search feature and it'll bring up like what you've typed your name out to be.
Oh, you have like Retro Kevin the 13th now.
You said, okay, yeah. Search Kevin the 13th.
Daddy stole donuts.
But like when you were Retro Kevin, like you could have searched Retro Kevin or Retro Relapstick.
Oh, really? I don't know on Twitter. I always give myself really bad punny names. It's like not even clever, like Mortal Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin Hearts.
I like it.
Hearts. It's like very dumb on purpose, like Fatal Kevin.
Which what you're into at that moment. Like I like
whatever I'm playing, I'll call it. But it's not even like cleverly put in there.
Like when you first started Classic Elite, you were Classic Kevin for a minute. Yeah. Like it was funny. I liked it. So good deal. Well, thank you to Ben Landis and Cubby for letting us use their music as intro and outro music. That's going to be it for the show. So everyone, thank you very much for listening to episode 348 of the Classic Elite podcast. And we'll see you soon for episode 349. Goodbye.
Bye.